The universe that once lived in harmony now trembles. 10 spheres, bound by fragile threads of balance, feel the rise of chaos. The calm before the storm is over. The universe, once a vast ocean of peace and equilibrium, now seemed consumed by a deep unease. 10 spheres, once connected by an invisible web of harmony, felt the tensions rising. Each was preparing, in its own way, for the inevitable. The silence that had preceded the chaos had become nothing more than a distant memory. In Aquasphere, King Aureus sat upon his throne of white coral, staring into the crystalline depths of his hall. The waters, usually calm and soothing, now seemed to hide an invisible agitation. The Leviathans, the ancient guardians of the sphere, swam closer to the surface, a sign they sensed something no one else could. The spirits of the waters, once singers of joy, now carried only a mournful refrain, as if to warn of the storm to come. Leros, his trusted advisor, rushed into the chamber. His long hair, tied back, reflected the shimmering light of the water, but his expression was shadowed with worry. Majesty, the spirits sense movement at the borders, Alero said, his voice betraying unease. The fire is spreading its reach. Aureus sighed deeply, raising his white coral scepter. His reflection in the clear waters revealed a shadow upon his face, a shadow of doubt. Tornero, he murmured to himself. It was only a matter of time. He respects nothing. We must prepare. Leros. The Leviathans must guard the borders. We will not strike first, but neither shall we allow our waters to be defiled. Leros bowed his head, but the worry in his eyes remained. Tornero will not stop, Majesty, he warned gravely. Perhaps the time has come to align with Lysra and Helion. Aureus inclined his head, though his voice carried the weight of hesitation. Perhaps, Leros. But what if our alliance is seen as a threat? What if war begins before the trials themselves even arrive? Far away, in Ignisphera, King Tornero gazed into the heart of his central volcano. Flames erupted with furious intensity, reflecting the visions of conquest in his mind. His smile was filled with satisfaction, and his fiery aura seemed to dance to a rhythm celebrating destruction. A demon, one of his loyal servants, entered the hall, attempting to mask his nervousness in the presence of such power. Majesty, the spirits of the waters have sent warnings, the demon announced. They are preparing for defense. Tornero burst into thunderous laughter that shook the chamber of larvae. Preparing for defense? Their calm waters will evaporate before they can lift a hand. Fire was never meant to be restrained by fear, he spat with disdain. At that moment, Mortis, king of Chaosphera, entered unannounced. His massive figure, cloaked in shadows, seemed to devour the flames around him. Each heavy step he took threatened to destabilize even the volcanic rock beneath Tornero's feet. You rush, Tornero, a Mortis said in a low, menacing voice. Chaos does not need raw flames. We must act with subtlety. Tornero glared, the flames around him rising sharply. Subtlety? Your chaos has never won a battle. My fire destroys, and that is enough. Mortis stepped closer, his shadows darkening Tornaro's blazing form. Your fire may destroy, a Mortis growled, his voice like stone grinding in the depths of the earth.
But my chaos destroys the will. Together, no Aureus or Lysra will stand in our way.
Meanwhile, in Silver Sphera, Queen Lysra stood beneath the central tree of the forest, listening to the whispers of nature. The spirits of the woods rustled anxiously through the branches, and the trees themselves murmured warnings with the wind. Her long hair, woven with leaves, crowned her as the embodiment of calm, yet her eyes betrayed her deep concern. Helion, king of Solari's Sphera, descended into the sacred grove on a beam of radiant light. His shining presence filled the glade, though his face was stern. Tornero expands his borders, he declared without preamble. If we do not act, he will ignite a conflict none of us can control. Lysra lifted her gaze, her voice calm but resolute. And if we do act, we will be the ones who light the fire. Tornero waits for an excuse. We cannot give it to him. Helion's brow furrowed, his tone sharpening. So what do you propose, Lysra? That we sit idly while he consumes us? Lysra rose gracefully, her tall figure standing as the symbol of nature itself. No, but neither will we start a war. Aureus is the key. The waters alone can temper fire. Helion narrowed his eyes. And if Aureus fails? What then? Lysra turned once more to the murmurs of the forest. Then we must choose, to defend ourselves or to sacrifice. But until that moment, we will not be the spark that ignites the flames. The waters hold their breath. The flames hunger for war. The forest refuses to yield. Light and shadow draw closer. Who will strike first?